is a quite fantastic backdrop. Welcome to Den Bosch and the 2019 World Archery Championships. It's been a fabulous host city. Coming up is the very last action of the championships on a Recurve Sunday. Skies are looking a little grey here this afternoon. The breeze has picked up a tiny bit as well. The temperature's fairly pleasant, but the big story here is that there's a 50% chance of rain within this session. Coming up, we settle the mixed team medal matches, followed by the individual medal matches on Recurve Sunday. I'm Karim Bashir, and joining me, former Canadian international archer Vanessa Lee. Will the rain cause a problem?
The rain is an interesting factor because it does affect where our arrows go, but I think that archers here are well adjusted to the rain already, and they'll hopefully be able to make the adjustments as soon as possible.
Yeah, a hint at the cloudy and rainy conditions we've had here all week as the athletes qualified to get to this stage. Coming up now, it's the bronze medal match in the Recurve mixed team, shooting down this 70-metre range. We're going to see Italy facing Chinese Taipei. Italy came through the ranking round as 4th seed, Chinese Taipei as 2nd. Italy beat the USA in the quarterfinals before losing to Korea. Chinese Taipei beat Japan comfortably before losing to the Netherlands in the semi-finals. There's a lot of experience and some Olympic medals on both teams. It should be a cracker. Let's welcome them out to the range here in the Netherlands.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the mixed team bronze medal match.
Well, Italy are the first out. Vanessa Landi, 21 years old, is world number 28. And she's teamed up with Mauro Nespoli, the 31-year-old. He got a team gold at the London 2012 Olympics and a team silver in Rio 4 years later. Italy will face a Chinese Taipei. 29-year-old Lei Chen-Ying. She teams up with Tang Chi-chun. She's just 18 years old.
My judge for this match is 2 enough.
Well, plenty of people in the crowd, including teammates from both sides of the shooting line. That is Liu Chanming, the coach for Chinese Taipei, and his counterpart is Mauro Baruto. So Chinese Taipei will shoot first here. The countdown clock is complete. It's time to start the bronze medal match on the mixed team event on Recurve Sunday.
You can see them communicating about where his first arrow landed and sort of his points about the wind.
Lei just going a little high, but still in the 9 ring. She got a team Olympic medal in 2016 Olympic Games of bronze. This guy knows all about Olympic medals. Mauro Nespoli.
Hey, nice up.
It's called out of 10. It's been marked as a 9. I wonder if we're going to get that little asterisk on there for a measure.
Oh, great shot. I just love how Lei is at full draw. She's very, very relaxed, and it looks like she always has a good direction towards the target.
Well, at 37, if we get marked up to a 38 here, measure will be crucial. Italy scored 2 10s. Increase the lead that Chinese Taipei got in that set. They've definitely got the 2 set points, so the scores will be wiped as we go into the next set.
The two teams here seem to have different shooting orders, with Chinese Taipei having their male archer shooting first and the Italian team having their male archer shooting second. It just depends on where they feel more comfortable and what works for them.
Well, Mr. Liu staying very calm. So we did have a measure on that 9, and this is the 10. The 9 got marked up, that one at the top of the 10 ring. It did just touch the ring, and that is enough to give it a higher score. And there we have it confirmed. Set points remain the same. Chinese Taipei leading by 2. Target score, Vanessa, for the teams to take this bronze medal?
They have to get to 5 set points and then they'll take the bronze medal.
Well, trailing as they do, the winner of the bronze medal at this mixed team event in 2014, Mauro Nespoli, up on the shooting line. 233 kilometres an hour there from Mauro Nespoli. You mentioned bow weight, Vanessa. We'll come back to that after this one. That one drifting out into the 7, and that one, well, what a difference, 191 kilometres. And you mentioned bow weight.
So bow weight adds some force behind the arrow, and it helps it fly a little bit flatter. It's less affected by wind and other factors.
That one drifting out into the 8 for Tang. Fancy Lee to take advantage here with a big score. Oh, just outside. Oh, it's marked as a 10. I thought that was just outside. Well, it's gone down to a 9. And no asterisk.
So Italy's switching within their own order. So Mauro will start off, followed by Vanessa. Then Vanessa will follow, and then Mauro will close off.
And a 34 set as the target for Chinese Taipei to go after, and you'll see that 9 is marked as a 9 asterisk, so subject to a measure, could be marked up again. Another 8.
That's really difficult because he's shot on either side of the 9 ring now, and I think it might be hard to know exactly what's going on there.
And a 9 takes them to 34.
And Lei needs to move her sight. Ah, thank you.
Made a bit of an adjustment. Now it's marked up as a 3-1 here, but in the set points. But the crucial thing is that second 9 is marked with an asterisk. So we are going to have a measure on that. Here we go. Let's listen to the judge.
No. Target 2, 9988.
Well, there you have it. Confirmation 9, 9, 8 and 8 for Chinese Taipei means they don't get marked up this time. And the scores are level, so the set points are shared.
Go!
We've got another contrast here, haven't we, with the Chinese Taipei coach getting heavily involved in the break conversations between the sets, and there Baruto just staying out of it and letting the athletes discuss things.
Yeah, I think it's really important that the coach knows when to step in and they know when to let athletes sort of have a discussion amongst themselves.
Italy still trailing, so we'll shoot first at the start of the third set of this bronze medal match.
It's not very characteristic of Maro's shooting right now. So Vanessa has a lot of mistakes and it comes down to her arrows going low left. So it might just be a mistake that she has a tendency to repeat.
Well, that's a better shot from Tang, acknowledged by Mr. Liu.
She still needs to move her sight. Her arrows are going low right.
Well, that error's disappeared, but there's still a little change on the sight for Vanessa Landy. She does get a 10.
There we go. That's more characteristic of the Maro Nespoli that we all know.
37 at the target set for Chinese Taipei. 2 10s, and they can get to 38 and take this bronze medal in 3 sets. So that opportunity has gone, but the pressure now is on Lei. She needs a 10 to draw level in this set. She gets a 9, and Italy have taken the third set when there was a chance the whole match could run away. Both teams on 3 points as we head into the fourth set. Well, you talked about Vanessa Landy's arrows going low left and saying that maybe it's a repetitive mistake she's made. She corrected that in that particular set.
Personally, for me, I found low left arrows happen when I lose my back tension.
Well, here is that third arrow from Landy going into the 10, and Nespoli, as you said, back to the Nespoli we all know.
Yeah, exactly. He shoots a lot of arrows in the middle, and I think he knows that that was the right shot, and the rest are going to probably be similar to that one.
You know, on the other side of the shooting line, you mentioned about changing the sights as we look at Landy and Nespoli fist bump. They've levelled things up in this match. We talked about changing the sight, that Lei needs to change her sight even more. When would you change your sight compared to when would you change your aim?
That's a good question, and it's different for everybody. Some people like to change their sight in the wind. Some people don't, and they like to aim off. But if there's no wind like this, and you're not shooting in the middle, but they're good shots, you want to move your sight for sure.
Start of the fourth set of this bronze medal match in the mixed team on Recurve Sunday. Chinese Taipei, Italy, all level on 3 apiece.
Good quick shot from Tang. I hope he continues to repeat that sort of timing.
Cracking start. How can Italy respond to this? Brilliant. It's the second 10 in a row from Nespoli. Brilliant stuff from Vanessa Landy as well when the pressure was on. all square still. Last 2 arrows of the regulation sets.
Oh!
There is a big opportunity now for Italy. They need to hold their breath a little bit. Lei has her shot to go. She puts it into the X ring. That 7 is marked with an asterisk, so it could be an 8. Any more than 38 here for Italy, and they've got the bronze medal. That's okay. A 10 for a definite win. Quick draw, it drops down into the 9. Now, they're on 38 points, which means they've taken the 5 set points at this moment in time, but it's subject to a very important measure.
One, 10, 10, 9, 9. Target 1, it's 10, 10, 8, 7.
Oh, he called it as an 8 and changed it to a 7. We've got to wait for confirmation on the score to know this for sure. That hug suggests Italy have got it. We wait for confirmation. Mara Nespoli and Vanessa Landi are convinced they've got it already. Their opponents shake hands. That would suggest it, and there it is, confirmation. The third arrow from Chinese Taipei was a 7, but we had a nervy wait because the target judge said 8 and then corrected it to 7. But Italy have taken the bronze medal in the mixed team here in Den Bosch.
Every millimeter is so important in the sport. As long as it's just touching the line, it'll count as the higher value. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for Chinese Taipei, and it was marked as a 7.
Well. How to add to the drama, Mr. Target Judge. Brilliant stuff from Italy. They came good in the end, shooting a 37 and a 38. And we look back on the match. Chinese Taipei started so well with a 38 in the first set. But there was drop points, and Vanessa Landi on the Italian side pulled a 7 out with a grimace. But they corrected things in the third. 110 from Landi, followed by another from Nespoli. Confidence high already with the Italians, and then this 7 from Tang opened the door, and the 9 was enough to do it. They knew it, they got it. Landi and Nespoli are the bronze medalists here in the mixed team event on Recurve Sunday. Big smiles. Second time bronze medalist Mara Nespoli there, having taken the mixed team bronze in 2014. He's got it again in 2019. Coming up now, it's time to find out who will be the champions of the Recurve mixed team event as we wait for Korea and the Netherlands to come out onto the range. Let's take a look at how the teams got here. Korea coming through the ranking round as the number 1 seeds, Netherlands as the number 6 seeds. Korea took out Turkey, a big win in the quarterfinals, 6-0, and then Italy in the semi-finals. The Netherlands beat Ukraine in a tight one in the quarterfinals before a comfortable win over Chinese Taipei in the semi-finals. The crowd are looking forward to this one. It's always a big one between Korea and the Netherlands. So let's get back down onto the range.
welcome the athletes to the field for the mixed team gold medal match.
Well, here we go. Time for gold here in the mixed team event. Korea leading us out. Kang Chae-young with her teammate Lee Woo-suk. What a formidable pairing this is.
Number 1, representing the Republic of Korea, Kang Chae-young.
See there that she's the world number 1. But so is Lee Woo-suk. They are the world number 1 mixed team as well, of course. But this is a massive one, not only because it's between Korea and the Netherlands, but because we are in the Netherlands. 25-year-old Gabriela Bayardo, or Gabby as she's known, teams up with the 24-year-old Chef van den Berg.
The Netherlands, Gabriela Bayardo.
Ranked at 16th in the world. Their average in an event is 9.32 compared to the 9.59 from the Koreans. So slight underdogs, you would have to say.
Underdogs maybe, but they shoot so well together. I saw both teams on the practice range just before this, and they were both looking very confident. I think they're just going to have fun, and hopefully we'll see a very, very good match today.
Target 1 to shoot first.
That's Park Jae-soon, coach that we all love. He's very vocal and just loves his archers so much. I think he has great communication and just a wonderful person inside and out.
Korea to get us underway as we go for gold in the recurve mixed team.
Great opening from Team Korea.
We switch over to the other side of the shooting line. Gabby Bayardo to kick things off for the Netherlands. Quick shot just outside the 10.
That's what we need to see. We need to see quick shots and nice and confident ones.
Just dropping into the 8 there. It was interesting to see Chef van den Berg. He almost sprinted onto the shooting line to give himself a bit more time.
It's his tendency, and it just works for him.
A 10 from Kang, and this one could be put to bed with an 8. Sorry, with a 9 from Lee Woo-suk. But they are just so good, the Koreans. 39 out of a possible 40, and the first set has already gone to the Koreans. Bayardo and van den Berg will want to shoot these 2 hours in preparation for the next set, though.
Very consistent and good grouping. She probably just needs to move her sight a little bit to the right. Perfect. And then she'll be right in the middle.
He has found the center.
Though I said Gabby needs to keep her shots nice and quick, that's not the same for Chef. He has his own timing, and that looked like exactly what he needs to do for the rest of the match.
Well, the Koreans looking very relaxed there. Kang and Lee in conversation with Park, the coach in the background. He's got a big smile on his face. Well, after a 9 to start things, a 10 from Korea, and then this 8 opened the door for Korea. And first Kang and then Lee put it into the center to take the first set away. Korea leading by 2 after 1 set. The question is, can the Netherlands fight back here? Park's counterpart is Jacqueline van Roosendaal, the coach for the Dutch team, or the Dutch pairing. Kang soaking up the support that is being provided for Korea's opponents. The crowd trying to help Bayardo and Van den Berg to the gold medal. We start the second set with a 9.
That's a great shot from Chef. Exactly the same timing as before, and strong, nice and confident.
19, putting a bit of pressure on the Koreans. Kang Chi-young on the line. Another 10. Another 10. Maximum of 20 at the halfway stage for Korea.
This is incredible shooting.
And of all the archers, Gabby Bayardo is the one that's really just got to forget what the Koreans are doing.
Wow. She's been moving her sight after every arrow, and each arrow's been to the right. Finally, maybe it was a little bit too much, and now it's on the left side of the target.
Van den Berg will want a 10 to put some kind of pressure on Korea here. Another one, and the grouping for Chef Van den Berg is very, very good indeed.
He's just on fire right now. He has to stay focused and continue exactly what he's doing.
An 8 to draw level, but Lee Woo-suk doesn't shoot many 8s. Oh, he shot a 9 here though, but it is enough for the points in the second set. Korea with an ominous 4 set points to 0 up after 2 sets. How much of this now is about the Koreans looking very settled, very calm, very happy, smiling, thumbs up from Kang. But feeling for Gabby Bayardo. Chef Van den Berg starting to hit the middle of the target now. Bayardo, she's doing great. She's shooting 9s.
Her group is amazing. It's probably the size of a nickel or something like that. She's shooting fantastic. It's just a problem with the sight. She had 3 great arrows on the right side of the target. Now she's off to the left. You know what? I think this next end we're going to see some arrows right in the 10 with her.
She needs it, and she needs to put out of her mind what the Koreans are doing in particular. It's very difficult. They're just a few meters away from each other. And here are the Dutch arrows so far in this competition. That low 8, the wild one, the flyer as you call it, but the rest pretty good.
Yeah, after that 8, Chef's just been shooting amazing. I think he needed that to just dial in his sight.
There was a comforting pat on the shoulder from Chef Van den Berg for Gabby Bayardo as well. It's the start of the third set. The Netherlands shooting to stay in the gold medal match here in Den Bosch. Big opportunity already for Korea to do this one in 3, and you could see the disappointment on Bayardo's face. Van den Berg puts it out of his mind, but he also shoots an 8 and a high 5, but one of resignation. big opportunity here for Kang Chae-young and Lee Woo-sik.
Wow.
What on earth is going on here? Kang has just shot an 8. And a 9 from Lee. They only lead by a point here. Funny what an opportunity for a world title will do for you.
They've opened up the door a little bit for the Netherlands.
That's a 9. It's on the line with the 8 and 9. A rueful smile as Bayardo puts her bow down. I think she thinks this is done.
It's a long hold from Chef.
Let's put it into the 9. They set a target of 34 for Korea. You've got to think this is in their hands now. 2 arrows for the world title. Another 9. But all that's required from Lee Woo-sik is an 8 for Korea to become the world champions. He's shot a 10 to finish this off in style. It took them just 3 sets, but Kang Chae-young and Lee Woo-sik are the mixed team world champions of 2019.
They had a fantastic match. I think they were just very, very consistent, and I think that was the key. They shot an 8 and a 9 to start off the third set, but what they did in the first 2 sets was enough to really carry them all the way through.
Brilliant stuff there. A straight 8 from Kang in the third set. Maybe gave a little bit of hope to the Dutch team. But Kang Chae-young and Lee Woo-sik were just too good. A 6-0 win to take them to the gold medal and the Hyundai World Archery Championship title.
And hats off to Chef and Gabby for really coming all the way and giving their home crowd a good show.
And a lot of support for the Koreans in this crowd. And look how polite all of the Dutch fans are, giving them a big round of applause. Some standing up to salute what was a fantastic performance from those two. When we take a look back, it was a cracking start from Korea. But an 8 from Chef Van den Berg at the start of the match really opened the door, and then Korea just started throwing them into the 10 ring time and time again. And a couple more 10s from them in the second set. And then this is the last set, finishing with a 9 from Kang. And when he needed a 9 to take it, or an 8 in fact, he took a 10 to finish it off, as I said, in style. And really confident, you can see there. Not too much emotion from Lee Woo-sik. A great deal of respect, I'm sure, he has for his opponents on the other side of the shooting line. But eventually the emotion runs out as Kang and Lee are joined by coach Park Ji-sun. Well, it was a good start to this session, to a brilliant mixed team matches here on the range. Italy taking the bronze medal from Chinese Taipei, and Korea were just too good for the Netherlands, taking gold. Well, that's certainly whet the crowd's appetite for more here in the Netherlands. cracking on. We said there was a 50% chance of rain, but the clouds are breaking up. We confirm how things finished here in the Recurve mixed team. The final rankings with Korea at the top. A great performance against the Netherlands in the gold medal match, and Italy beating Chinese Taipei to the bronze medal. Well, that is the mixed team medals decided. Coming up very soon will be the Recurve women's individual bronze and gold medal matches. But first, let's celebrate the medalists in the mixed team event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Recurve mixed team. Dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Hier is de medailleceremonie voor de categorie Recurve mixed team.
Medals will be presented by President of the International Olympic Committee and Olympic champion fencing 1976. De medailles zullen worden overhandigd door de voorzitter van het Internationaal Olympisch Comité en Olympisch kampioen schermen 1976, Thomas Bach. The gifts will be presented by World Archery President en IOC Vice President. De cadeaus zullen worden overhandigd door de voorzitter van World Archery en de vicevoorzitter. Bronze medal representing Italy. Bronzen medaille namens Italië.
Maro Nespoli and Vanessa Landi were brilliant in a tight bronze medal match, but they won in the end. In fact, Nespoli collects his second mixed team bronze medal at the World Championships, having taken the same place in 2014. Medals presented by the International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach, and it's World Archery's President Erg Edner who presents the strip waffles, the prize being given out
Silver medal
at these championships.
The Netherlands. Zilveren medaille namens
It was a tough ask going up against the world #1 team, and in the end it was brilliant shooting from their opponents that pushed them into the silver medal position. But the home crowd will be delighted because the Netherlands are collecting silver here. Gabriella Bayardo and Chef Vandenberg.
Gabriella Bayardo. Chef Vandenberg.
Great stuff for the Netherlands, but these two were just too good. The Recurve mixed team, Hyundai World Archery Champions of 2019, is Korea. Two world #1s forming the team, the 23-year-old Kang Chi-young if the record books are right, this is their third mixed team gold. Lee Woo-suk is just 21 years old, and this pair are something special.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise
Kang
for the
spotting the
national
photographer.
anthem of the Republic of
But
Korea.
now it's time
Dames en heren, jongens en
for
meisjes,
the
zie je
Korean
mogelijk. Gaan we
anthem.
staan voor het nationale volkslied van Zuid-Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause to our athletes. Den Bosch, nog één keer een applaus voor de top 3 van de wereld.
Warm round of applause there from the crowd here in Den Bosch. Italy with the bronze medal. The Netherlands with silver. Chef van den Berg there smiling away. But it's a gold for Kang and Lee of Korea. The sun has popped its head out for that medal ceremony. Photo op, just a little bit closer to the photographers in front of the podium. That's a satisfied pair there. In fact, all 6 athletes looking very happy with their work at these World Championships. Official photos have been done by the committee. Now the press get their chance, plus the crowd, to capture this moment in archery history. Archie, the mascot, on his last shift here in Den Bosch. 50% chance of rain still lurking here, but there's also a bit of blue sky out there. The windsock in the bottom right of your screens not moving at all.
En Den Bosch, jullie gaan nu iets bijzonders zien. Ladies and gentlemen.
And even right at the tops of the trees, they're just barely moving in that wind. Well, the crowd get a bit of mid-session entertainment here. I'm afraid my Dutch isn't good enough to tell you what that flag said, but she was very proudly holding it up. And that is the backdrop that the archers are shooting to. As we watch the drumming troupe coming out to entertain the crowd. But it looks like we're going to have an opportunity to catch up with the new world champions in the mixed team recurve event here in Den Bosch.
Woo-suk, Chayoung, congratulations on your gold medal. What was it like to shoot against the Netherlands in their home arena?
네덜란드 홈팀에서 경기를 하셨는데 부담스럽거나 어렵진 않으셨습니까?
바람이 좀 불어서 좀 어려웠던 점이 있긴 했는데 그래도 네덜란드 경기장인데도 관중들이 저희가 쏠 때는 시끄럽게 하지 않아서 그래도 저희 시합에 집중을 잘 할 수 있었던 것 같아요.
Yes, we're in the Netherlands, and the wind was a little bit tricky, and we had to adjust for it. But the audience was very respectful, and they didn't cheer when we were shooting, so it was a great experience overall.
Usuk, as the world #1 recurve man, you came here for individual gold. You'll leave with mixed team gold. How much does this World Championship medal mean to you?
이제 세계 선수권 대회 첫 번째 우승을 하셨는데 의미가 어떠신가요?
이번 세계 선수권이 아니어도 제가 이번에 두 번째로 메인 대회에 나오게 됐는데 두 번째로 나온 것들 중에서 최초의 금메달이기 때문에 좀 더 의미가 좀 더 큰 것 같아요.
This is my second time at a major competition like this, and even though it was my first gold medal, I'm just very happy, and I think it has a lot of meaning behind it.
Thank you very much.
Well, great stuff from the pair there. Interesting to say, I hear Kang saying that the wind was tricky out there. It doesn't look to be blowing at all. So we look down the range. The windsock very still. But it takes something special to become a world champion, especially when you do it on your own. Coming up now, we're going to find out who will be crowned the individual champions on Recurve Sunday. But before we do, let's find out what the current women's champion says about what it takes and what it means.
Огонь в глазах – это российское выражение, которое означает то, чего ты очень сильно хочешь, целенаправленно идешь к этой цели, и у тебя не грустные глаза, а горит огонь прямо от хотения. Не всегда почему-то. Вот сама сейчас думаю, где его найти, как его привлечь, этот огонь. Я не думала, что стану чемпионкой мира, но я всегда этого хотела. Тогда тоже так же стрельба не сложилась в стартовом круге, и я пересмотрела свой настрой, настроилась по-другому, и у меня все получилось. Я вышла в финал с Чанг Феджин, и я думала о том, что это очень титулованный спортсмен, призер, чемпион Олимпийских игр. И я знала то, что борьба не будет легкой. Там было ветрено и волнительно. Прокручивала в голове свой выстрел, хороший выстрел. Но когда выходила на линию, получался абсолютно другой выстрел.
And the release, and it's in there. And she wins.
Well done.
From qualifying 52nd, blowing through elimination rounds. Vesina Perova will be your new world champion.
Это было очень волнительно, и хотелось, конечно же, стать чемпионкой мира. И поэтому было очень большое волнение. Но у меня получилось стать чемпионкой мира. Что за родину, то, что наш гимн сыграл на другом континенте. Для меня важнее выиграть золотую медаль, чем попасть в десятку. Потому что если я сама буду хорошо стрелять, то все будет хорошо. Неважно, какой спортсмен. Воля, дух и характер.
Super humble for a world champion, but what a great insight. Well, the crowd wait in the wings. But we have got something special here. We've got a chance to speak to the silver medalist who picked up that World Championship medal here on home soil.
Gabby, Chef, congratulations on your silver medal. It was really loud out there. Tell me about that experience of stepping onto that field.
It felt really good. I was really happy that a lot of people came to cheer for us, and it was just really loud and really fun.
Chef, you told me it didn't matter about the colour of the medal, it just mattered if you enjoyed yourself and you shot some good arrows. Was it a success?
I shot some good arrows, but I would have loved to shoot some more good arrows because I felt like I gave them too much wiggle room in the final.
It's a very, very quick match, 16 arrows out there. Did you have time to enjoy it?
When you're in there, you just think about shooting. You just think about what you're going to do, and time to enjoy you have afterwards, I think.
Chef, you told me you were very proud of the organisation of these championships, very close to your hometown. What's left for you the rest of this afternoon, enjoying these Worlds?
I think I'll have a bit of a look around here and see how the rest of the tournament is gonna unfold. But I'm just super happy with the way it went, and the World Championships was just one great success for me.
Congratulations, guys! Congratulations.
Well, fantastic stuff there, and very noble of Chef Vandenberg to take a share of the responsibility in opening the door to Korea in that gold medal match. So the bronze medal match in the women's event is next, and then Kang Chi-young goes for the gold here in Den Bosch, having shot the world record earlier this week.
네, 일단 경기장이 바람이 안 불어서 좀 편하게 쏠 수 있었던 것 같아서 만족합니다. 마지막 발이 좀 8점이어서 조금 아쉽긴 한데 그래도 잘 쏜 것 같아서 만족합니다.
Well, new world record set here in Den Bosch, and Kang will go for gold. But first, we're going to have the women's bronze medal match on Recurve Sunday as we catch the rest of this fabulous band here. The top secret drum corps, they're known as. Giving the crowd some entertainment. So we have our little mini break between the mixed recurve event and the individual matches. World travellers, this band, travelling to almost every continent to perform. Well, we return to the 70-metre range. Now it's time for the bronze medal match in the Recurve Women's Individual Tournament. We'll see Germany's Michelle Kroppen going up against a Korean Choi Mi-sun. Kroppen shot a 6.65 in the ranking round to be ranked 13th. Choi a 6.76 to be ranked 6th. Kroppen came through An Ki-xuan of China in a tiebreaker in the quarterfinals, but then lost to Kang Chi-young of Korea in the semis. Choi, well, she took out Alexandra Merker of Moldova confidently in the quarterfinals before losing to Lei Chen-ying of Chinese Taipei in the semi-finals. So it's Kroppen against Choi. Let's welcome them to the range here in Den Bosch.
Welcome the athletes to the field.
Well, a big cheer for these two as they come out. Kroppen leading out Choi. Michelle Kroppen is 23 years old. And the world number 13. Choi has a better set of results over the careers, but Kroppen is closing that gap. Just look at their average arrows this season.
Representing the Republic of Korea, Choi Mi-sun.
Choi Mi-sun's 22 years old, from Korea, ranked number 21 in the world. She's got an Olympic gold medal in the team event.
There's Coach Yu Soo-jung, who I had the pleasure of shooting with and training with. She's a wonderful, wonderful person, and she does very well with the team. They respond very well to her.
Well, Kroppen looking on. Lee-sun, we saw that tape on her neck.
That tape's actually just because she has such a tight anchor point, and she just wants to keep her tab from scraping against her neck.
And it's Choi who will get the bronze medal match underway. Great start here. Now these matches go super quick in the individual. Alternating between the two athletes, they stay on the shooting line. Very quick and very, very good. That one's drifted out. Just like that, this one could be put to bed in a flash. And a 29 out of a possible 30 is not reachable for Kroppen. She'll want a good arrow here to finish the first set, though. So finishing off on the left-hand side, a 24, not enough. The first two set points go to Choi. Vanessa, how does the scoring work in individual?
Well, the scoring in individual is quite simple. Each archer is going to shoot 3 arrows every set. If you win the set, then you get 2 set points. If they tie, that means they split the set points. And the first individual or athlete to 6 set points wins the match.
So that's the big one we've got to think about, the 6 set points. Kroppen not really coming out of the blocks as quickly as the Korean, in a deep consultation with her coach. She seems to be playing the sort of calming role here. And the arrows, well, all drifting across to the left. Well, this drifts over right away to the 7, and then it's followed up by another one. Did improve, but not really enough.
Yeah, so the practice range is quite a distance away, and athletes actually have to take a golf cart to get here. The orientations of the two ranges are slightly different, and there's a tendency for the arrows to fly slightly left. I think Michelle's going to adjust to it, and we'll see what she does in the next couple of sets.
Well, she's had a chat with her coach, Natalia Budazova, who seemed to be a calming influence. Michelle Kroppen trailing as we go into the second set of the women's individual bronze match.
Oh, still out to the left. I don't really know what's happening there, because I did think I saw her make an adjustment to her sight. No.
Groß machen. Weiter ausziehen. Spannung.
Pulling them back in a little bit, still left of the centre of the target, but Choi didn't capitalise completely with her first arrow.
There we go. She made a sight adjustment after that first arrow. She felt like it was a good shot, so she trusted it again and just went in the middle.
Linie. Knackig. Alles gut?
A 25 set, so one better than the first set from Kroppen. But that is enough, and 27 out of 30 in the second set for Choi Mi-sun, and she's 4 set points to 0 up straight away. She shot an 8, which was a bit strange, but then immediately followed it up, Vanessa, as you said, made some changes, and then gets into the X ring.
Yeah, so people make sight adjustments if you feel like maybe it was a good shot and it didn't go where you expected. If it went exactly where you thought it would be and it just wasn't a good shot, then you would keep your sight where it is.
Well, here, Natalia Budazova on the right, trying to keep Kroppen settled, but she knows that she's got to shoot big arrows to stay in contention for bronze. She trails 4-0 and will shoot first in the third set. Will it be the last of this bronze medal match?
Moody.
Still left, but in the 9 ring, adjustments being made by Kroppen again.
There we go. That's a shot right in the middle. I think she's just going to feed off of this energy for the rest of her arrows.
Well, pushes the first one right, but it's gone high. Through her job professionally, getting a 9 here. A smile. Last arrow probably for Kroppen. Getting ever so close to that 10 ring, but a 25 set. So a 7 required for Choi Mi-sun to take the bronze medal. She gets a 9. That's more than enough. And Choi Mi-sun has done this as quickly as she could.
Shot the match well. I think it was just all her arrows were out to the left, so she couldn't score the higher points. If she had moved her sight a little bit more or made those necessary adjustments.
Hats off to the local organisers who have basically had crowds queuing up 2 hours before every session here on the finals range. They've done a cracking job.
It's been amazing. There's so much support for archery in general and the home team, so it's really cool to see.
Well, Choi Mi-sun strolls off, but she will be back on the podium a little bit later on. I take a look back over that match, Vanessa. It's an interesting one. The start from Choi was incredible. 2 10s to get us off the mark. And boy, what pressure does that put on the opponent? And Kroppen throwing one into the 7. And then it was just relentless from Choi. Throwing 10s down the range. And another one straight into the X. And there's nothing that Kroppen could do. She corrected to the right, but went into the 7. And in the end, all it took was 2 9s from Choi Mi-sun to take the bronze medal and celebrate like that. Vanessa, she did her job professionally.
She did, and I spoke with her earlier this week. She was just so excited that she was in an individual match. She said she hasn't been one in a while, and she was just really looking forward to having a good time here.
She certainly has had a good time. And again, we see the conditions still changing. Almost every time we look up, the skyscape is completely different. Gentle breeze. Coming up now, It's time to decide who is going to be the Hyundai World Archery Champion in the Recurve Women's Individual. An interesting matchup between Korea's Kang Chae-young and Chinese Taipei's Lee Chen-ying. Here's how they got here. Kang shooting a 692, that world record, taking her to the #1 seed. It was a 680 from Lee, who came through ranked second. Kang beat Sugimoto of Japan in the quarterfinals before taking out Kröppen of Germany in the semis. Lee took out the last world champion, the reigning world champion, Ksenia Perova over Russia 6-0, and then took out Choi Mi-sun 6-0 in the semis. Well, they've already had a great deal to cheer here. This gold medal, though, has got the two form athletes in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the Recurve Women's Gold Medal match.
Well, here they are. Kang Chae-young of Korea is 23 years old. She is the world #1. I can't give you a list of her medals at World Championships. There are too many of them.
On target #1, representing the Republic of Korea, Kang Chae-young.
These are two absolutely fantastic archers. They've only met once before, though, and Kang took that match.
Lee Chen-ying.
Lee Chen-ying of Chinese Taipei is the world #22 and 29 years old. She's got a team bronze medal at the Olympic Games in Rio 2016, and she's looking to level up the head-to-head.
There's Coach Yu Soo-jung, who's helping Kang Chae-young right now. She started working with the team a couple years ago, had a break from the national team, and now she's back until next year.
Countdown clock is on target #1. So Kang will get us underway.
What a way to start a match.
Okay.
That was a longer hold from Lee than I've seen her shoot, and I hope she brings it back and shoots confident shots.
And
there we go.
Leveling things up. Well, a small opportunity for Lei here, and boy, will she want to take it. Into the 10 and tickling the spider. What a cracking start from the athlete from Chinese Taipei to take the first 2 set points.
I don't know if that's a tickled spider. It looks pretty demolished to me. Wow.
That was a great shot, wasn't it? Straight down the middle of the target. And that will give her bags and bags of confidence, because you do need to start well against Kang. Well, 2 10s here from Lei. 1 in the 10 ring. Well, this one, how close is it? Well, let's see how close this is as we look across that whole match. Kang in yellow, just up and to the right, still good, but Lee Chen-ying right close there with this 10. 3.49 centimetres, but 0.02 centimetres. Like you say, that spider won't be walking away from that one.
No, the poor spider. Wow, that's incredible.
Great start. Kang Chae-young is unbeaten in international competition this year, and she's trailing in this gold medal match. Into the 10. It's the first individual final for Lei as a senior. She took bronze at the Hyundai Archery World Cup final in Mexico City in 2015. But she's in the lead here.
Oh!
Well, she's dropped that one into the 8, and another big opportunity for Lei here.
There was a long hold again.
2 8s there. One from each of them. Kang can put this out of reach. And she does with a 10 to finish. Sandwiching an 8 with 2 10s will be enough to level the match. And a 10 from Lei will give her confidence going into the third set here, but we are all square.
So I got to do an interview with Kang earlier this week. Believe it or not, if she wasn't an archer, she said she wanted to be a comedian when she was young. She looks pretty serious now, but she's actually a really, really fun girl.
Yeah, getting a chat with her coach there. And those 2 8s in the middle, quite interesting. There's the one from Kang, and then Lei with an opportunity. Lei gets an 8 on the left, and then Kang shoots a 10 to level things up by taking the 2 set points in the second set. Like you say, Vanessa, looking very focused here, but so is Lei. And with things all square, we revert to the original starting lineup. So it will be Kang Chae-young to shoot first on your left.
So I actually never noticed this about Kang's form before, but I want you to watch her eyes as she draws her bow. So it looks like she looks up a little bit as she's coming back down, and then she focuses her sight on the target.
Quick draw there, and that goes into the 10. But just like that, see how things can turn around. Another 10 from Kang puts this one to bed. In the 9, so the door opened a little bit to share the points, but Lei needs a 10 here to level the score in this set. Well, another cracker. I wonder, well, if that's closer than the 0.02 centimetres we saw earlier on from Lei.
That's absolutely incredible shooting. I'm just at a loss for words. In order to shoot a 10, just a 10 at 70 meters, the point of your arrow has to be within the diameter of the point of a ballpoint pen.
Well, this is the shot that could be the closest one so far. Straight into the middle, going back through the hole she made earlier. And I wonder how close that one was. Well, we're going to have a quick look at this. There are all the arrows from Lei. And this one, well, it's just a fraction further away. But not that much. And Liu Chanming there, giving her words of support, but staying very, very calm in his delivery. So here we go, the start of the fourth set of this gold medal match, and things are all square. Well, every time a 9 is shot in this match, you think it's an opportunity for the opponent.
In this match, you have to be shooting 10s. And that just speaks to the high quality of shooting that we're watching here.
Well, a little bit of a long hold there, great grouping. Does that have anything to do with the fact that a cloud moved out of the way of the sun midway through her draw there?
It's very, very bright all of a sudden, and I think it might have had an effect.
Well, we saw the light changing again as Lei took her shot. Kang could put this set out of reach with a 10. But it's another 9, and the grouping is all together on the left.
It's a tiny grouping. It could just be because the visibility changed a little bit. The sun came out, and maybe it changed the string alignment or something like that.
And another 8, all left from Lei. So the points do go to Kang. She's on 5. She needs 6 for the gold medal. The grouping was fabulous here for Kang, but just all left of centre and enough to go into the 9 ring. But look, the first and the second arrows almost in the same hole there, and then this third one just not too far away at all. Will she be thinking about adjusting her sight for the next set?
So I didn't see her actually moving her sight. She might have just felt like they were all good shots, but because the sun came out, it could have had an effect. And now that the sun has disappeared again, she could just believe that the next shot is going to go right in the middle.
Well, a fairly relaxed conversation with Coach Isujing. Koreans in the crowd.
There's Coach Oh Sun-taek and then Jin-taek Kim, the physio of the team, and also with Kim Jong-ho, the compound archer, who did amazing in his competitions.
Watching over, you can see as we look down the range, the shadow coming over. Late to get us underway in the 5th set. Bit of pressure now on Kang. That's on the 9-10 line, so she'll get marked up with a 10. It's actually marked as a 9, but I'm sure that will go to a measure. That is a definite 9.
Coach was just
clear 9 as well.
The coach was just telling her to keep shooting right until the end, keep pulling.
Oh, that's a 10, and that's a definite 29. The first 9 has been marked for a measure for Kang. If she shoots a 10, that will become crucial. She shot another 9, so the set points will definitely go to Lei. Even though that first arrow could be marked up to a 10, Kang can only get to 28 points, and after the regulation 5 set, we are all square at 5 set points apiece, and we will go into a tiebreaker.
Karam, I'm shaking right now. The archers look much calmer than I do, but a shoot-off's quite simple. Each archer shoots 1 arrow, and closest to the center wins.
Well, the tensions are really high here as we looked back and reviewed that. These 2 10s pulling off the great escape against Kang Lei there with her coach, Nida Chi. Kang did get her arrow marked up, but it wasn't enough. 28 plays 29 in that final set. Everything's all level, and we go to a shoot-off. Well, the targets being prepared for the shoot-off. We need fresh targets, and then the measuring calibration has to be set as well. It does take a tiny bit of time, which adds to the pressure for the two athletes. The crowd looking on. Crowd's been pretty entertained here. So here we go for the shoot-off for the gold medal in the recurve women's individual. If both archers shoot 10s, they will have a second arrow. Sudden death. Kang shoots a 7. Lei Cheng-yin needs an 8 to win.
Yeah!
Oh, she gets a 9. What a fabulous match that was. Lei Cheng-yin takes the world title of 2019 in a shoot-off with Kang Che-young. Lei Cheng-yin is the Hyundai World Archery Champion in the women's recurve individual. What a match that was. What a performance. It was a gritty, determined one from the athlete from Chinese Taipei, and her fan base are going wild.
What an amazing performance under so much pressure.
It really was, and look at the respectful and gracious Kang Che-young. Never been beaten this season, not been beaten at all in international tournaments. Kang Che-young lost out in the World Championship title match. What an amazing performance from Lei, though. She started so well. And we take a look back here. The start of the match was brilliant with 2 10s, following up a sighter of a 9, and that second 10 right in the middle. Kang throwing in an unexpected 8 in the second set, but then Lei followed suit with an 8 of her own. The 10 there sealed that second set. But Lei fought back and put one right down the hole that she'd made a little bit earlier in the centre of the target. And in fourth set, Kang shot 3 9s. Great grouping, but just too far left of centre to mark up as a 10. And here we see the 2 10s in the final set to level things up, and she needed an 8 to take the title. She shot a 9, and look at the release of emotion there. Fabulous stuff.
She was solid throughout the match, and I think it was really the arrows that hit the spider dead on that probably gave her a lot of confidence. She knew she could shoot an absolutely perfect shot, so going into the shoot-off, she had already done it and just needed to do it one more time.
Well, she was quite brilliant there, Lei Cheng-yin. She is on top of the world here in the recurve women's individual. Kang Che-young will have to settle for the silver medal here, and Korea will have 2 on the podium, with Choi Mi-sun beating Michelle Kroppen to the bronze medal. So that's the women's medals decided. Coming up here in Den Bosch We will have the bronze and the gold medal matches in the Recurve men's individual tournament. Before we get to that, as we look again at a close-up of this beautiful Gothic cathedral, it sets our backdrop for the archery and for the medal ceremonies. Let's go back down onto the range to celebrate the medals in the women's Recurve individual.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Recurve women. Dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Hier is de medailleceremonie voor de categorie dames Recurve. Medals will be presented by World Archery Vice President. De medailles zullen worden overhandigd aan de vicevoorzitter van World Archery, Jörg Rokamp. The gifts will be presented by Health, Welfare and Sport Ministry Sports Director. De cadeaus zullen worden overhandigd bij de directeur sport van het ministerie van Volksgezondheid, Welzijn en Sport, Annelies Pleiten. Longines Watch will be presented by account manager Longines. Longines uurwerk zal worden overhandigd. Account manager Longines Rolf van der Laar. Bronze medal representing the Republic of Korea. Bronzen medaille namens Zuid-Korea. Choi Mi-soon.
Well, she was brilliant in the bronze medal match. The 22-year-old Choi Mi-soon collects the bronze medal, presented by World Archery Vice President Jörg Brokamp. The gifts are being presented by Annelies Pleit, who is the Sports Ministry Sports Director. More strup waffles for the athletes.
Silver medal representing the Republic of Korea. Zilveren medaille namens Zuid-Korea. Kang Chae-yong.
She hadn't been beaten in international archery tournaments this season, but she was beaten here. She's just 23 years old and she's already the world #1, Korea's second medal in the Recurve women's individual goes to Kang Chae-yong. But it was a quite superb performance from this young lady from Chinese Taipei. It's Lei Qing-ying, who's 29 years old, and she is the 2019 Hyundai World Archery Champion. She was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and she gets a beautiful watch from one of the sponsors, Longines, Rolf van der Laar. Longines account manager gets the honour of presenting that beautiful watch to the newest of archery world champions. Lee Chen-ying was so professional in that final, and now she gets to hear her country's anthem.
Voor de hymne van Chinese Taipei. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause to our athletes. Den Bosch, nog één keer een heel groot applaus voor de top 3 van de wereld.
Well, there we have it. Choi Mi-sun of Korea picking up the bronze. Kang Chae-young being beaten for the first time this season in international tournaments takes the silver. And that's because that lady in the centre there, Lee Chen-ying, was absolutely fantastic, and she has now been crowned the world champion. Crowd getting high drama here on the range as we get more official photographs taken. Actually, two banks of photographers here. That's why the athletes turn around. Official photographs are taken, and the press get their shot of the medalists. Well, they parade off, and as I said, the conditions change every time we look up. The sun's back out a little bit. That's put a smile on Archie's face, the championship mascot. It's his last shift here today, entertaining the packed out crowd here. Well, we've been expecting some massive scores as Archie comes out. The big scores haven't come, but that's not hurt the drama. The drama has been fantastic here. None less so than in that recurve women's individual final. And now we get the honour of speaking to that new world champion. Let's see what Lee Chen-ying has to say.
Chen-ying, congratulations, what a fantastic achievement. You are the first archer from Chinese Taipei to become individual world champion. What's going through your mind right now?
我说这是你第一次，不，我们台湾第一次拿到了中华台北的女子反曲弓冠军个人金牌，对，所以你觉得有什么想法？
其实，在比赛前，我觉得是一个挑战，对啊，因为其实我们台湾还没有个人女子拿过金牌，所以其实，在比赛之前，我也做了一些心理的意向训练，或者是放松训练等等，因为我希望我能够在今天的这场比赛能够有很好的表现，然后也可以为台湾拿下第一面金牌，这样，对。
She said this is a very great challenge, so she make a lot of preparation, especially for like a mind setup training, and then also relax training, so to make this achievement.
In the shoot-off, when your opponent, Kang Chae-young, shot a 7, what was your first thought? Did you think you could win it at that moment?
Could you say again? Sorry.
In the shoot-off, her opponent shot a 7. What was her first thought?
Okay. 他说，当你在射到最后一箭，他射到最后一箭是7分箭的时候，那时候你在想的是什么？
其实我觉得我知道对手是7分箭，所以我那时候没有特别想什么，因为其实不能特别松懈我的精神状态，所以我还是很专心的把我最后一支箭做完。对。
She said even she know her opponent is 7, but she didn't think that much because she know she couldn't. She shouldn't be, and then she just tried to focus on the last arrow, and then to do the shooting. Yeah.
And this is a huge step forward for your career today. Do you think this is the start of a new era for you and your team?
他说这是一个特别的历史的时刻。那你觉得这样的话，在这个历史时刻，你有什么想法？还有对你的团队或队友有什么想法？这样。
其实我觉得很开心，能够跟大家一起分享，因为其实我觉得。就是早上的团体金牌以及我下午的个人金牌我觉得都是可以就是应该要跟大家分享的，因为这不是我一个人的努力，而是大家一起共同努力出来的结果，不是我自己，还有教练，还有我的队友，还有我们台湾的每一个伙伴。对。
She says she feel very happy, but she think this gold medal not just from her, but from her teammate, also coach, and all the support from on the back. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Sheshe.
Sheshe, indeed, a brilliant insight into our newest world champion. Thank you indeed. Chin, they're absolutely in support and thanking her back support team in the whole of Chinese Taipei. Lei Chen-ying really humble with her replies there. And as Archie throws out gifts to the crowd, he's keeping everyone entertained. Of course, this event is all about crowning the 2019 Hyundai World Archery Champions, but that's not all. This could be the biggest match of an archery career, and it's not in the finals arena. It's here, on the World Championship eliminations field. It's a frantic, tense and loud 20 minutes, 16 teams, 8 matches, and half of them will win quota places to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. The quota matches take place at the same time. There's no frills, no decoration, with one prize on the line, a ticket to Tokyo. The atmosphere was electric, and the results, well, some were quite unexpected. Kazakhstan's men shocked the USA, shooting the best scores of any team on the field. Emotion flooded from the Ukrainian women when they booked their Olympic tickets. But the biggest crowd was there to see the championship hosts qualify its men's team to Tokyo.
I feel amazing. I feel like I'm 20 kilos lighter right now. All the weight dropped from my shoulders. We have less stress in the upcoming year or so, that we can now fully prepare for the Olympics instead of always trying to get that ticket.
Olympic Games, Olympic medal, this is a goal for everybody. We just live for it, for Olympic Games.
Korea, Great Britain, China, Australia, Chinese Taipei, India, Kazakhstan and the Netherlands won the men's team tickets to Tokyo. Korea, Russia, Great Britain, Germany, Chinese Taipei, Belarus, Ukraine and China secured women's team quotas to the next Olympics. Eight more places were won in the individual event, none more important than Bangladesh's Ruman Shana winning his country's first ever Olympic archery quota place.
Really so happy and I'm proud. I think all are proud of me, and actually I'm forgotten. So happy.
In total, 20 countries booked their places to the Games at the 2019 Hyundai World Archery Championships. The journey to Tokyo is officially underway. Well, it certainly is underway, Vanessa. There are other opportunities, though, to qualify.
It's not over yet. 56 Olympic spots were awarded here. The remainder will be awarded across continental championships and continental games. There will also be invitational places to smaller countries. Finally, in Berlin next year, there's going to be an opportunity for 3 more teams to earn their spots. Before the Olympics, countries with quota spots will decide who they send to shoot as part of the team.
Interesting stuff. Well, the sun's out again here in Den Bosch. Coming up next, it's time to settle who will take the bronze in the men's recurve event, followed by the title match between Khairul Anwar Muhammad and Brady Ellison, and we caught up with them a little earlier.
Now I feel so happy. Actually, I don't expect that I will go to final because I have a lot of pressure to the Olympic qualifying for individual. I still can't believe that I can make it to the final.
Once we got into kind of the top 16 and I was looking and then the top 8, I was like, this is one of the craziest eliminations I've ever seen. People are shooting good. You know, the top 4 don't have team spots coming in here, and it's just showing you how all of us are fighting to get to the Olympics any way we can.
I have one step forward, so I will try my best.
I have one more match, not going to think about it. I just got to go out there and shoot every arrow as good as I can. And I've been shooting good in the finals so far this year, so I just need to keep up those scores, and hopefully it'll be enough.
Yeah! Interesting stuff there. That's a match, you have to say, that is very exciting, but one that Ellison, well, should be the favourite for. But who knows? That's coming up later, though. We have to settle issues in the bronze medal match here. As the sun comes out, the sunglasses come out in the crowd as well. You have to say, absolutely fantastic to see it so packed out here in Den Bosch. We're back on the range now for the recurve men's individual bronze medal match. Who is going to shoot the 70-metre range the best to get it onto the podium in Den Bosch? Well, an athlete from Bangladesh is going to feature. Ruman Shana has made it through, and he goes up against Mauro Nespoli. Sharma came through ranking as the 20th seed, Nespoli as the 6th seed. Shana, though, impressed, beating Chef van den Berg of the Netherlands in the quarterfinals before losing to Muhammad of Malaysia. Nespoli took out Tang Chi Chin of Chinese Taipei before losing to Brady Ellison 7-1 in the semi-finals. But they get another shot at a medal here at the 2019 World Championships. Let's go back to the range to welcome them onto the field of play here in Den Bosch.
All right, Septo Den Bosch, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the recurve men's bronze medal match.
Well, here they come. The world number 40 from Bangladesh is 24 years old. He goes up against Mauro Nespoli, the world number 6, who is 31 years old.
Representing Bangladesh, Muhammad.
Well, Napoli has a higher average arrow score, but Shana wins more of his matches. Nespoli has won their only previous meeting. Can Shana level that up here?
The line judge for this match is Louis Simon Peter.
Well, this one is going to be a thriller. Ilario De Buo coaching Nespoli, and that's the German Martin Frederick, who's coaching in Bangladesh, a former German youth coach, has coached in Chile as well, now coaching in Bangladesh. And it's Nespoli on target 2 who will shoot first for the bronze medal.
Nice, okay, left 9.
What I really like about Shauna's shot is that it's quick, it's concise, and it's very strong. That's a much better shot from Mauro as well.
Yeah, he used that 8 as a sighter, didn't he?
Okay.
So all square after 2 arrows.
All is okay.
Okay. No,
10 to take the set points, and 9 to draw level.
Yeah.
That is put it into the 10 ring. A 9-9-10 from Ruman Shana takes him to 28 out of 30, and he claims the first 2 set points.
Mauro Nespoli is probably one of the most experienced archers out here. He's shot many world championships, and he has medals from the team round in different world championships as well. He's getting some advice from another very experienced Italian archer who's also been there and done all that.
Well, they shot together at the Beijing Olympics on their way to the silver medal, and now De Boer is coaching Nespoli. Shana with Fredericks.
It's okay, it's normal.
He shot an 8 to start with.
Your second.
Sorry, a 9 to start with. In fact, 9 in the first 2, but required a 10 to take the set points. And he put it right into the ring where it needed to be. Looking very relaxed as well.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him get too insanely excited, and not too down on himself either. He stays very level-headed, and I think that's a good advantage for a match that's so intense like this.
Mentioned that he was very proud of his performance here, proud of his team and of himself. Nespoli trailing will shoot first in the second set of this bronze medal match.
All his arrows are just a little bit high, and there he's moving his sight.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's found the 10 ring. He's going to probably keep shooting some 10s, let me tell you. If that arrow was just a bit lower, it would have been a 10.
Okay. Both arrows lit loud.
So a 27 possible, 28 with that first arrow subject to a measure. A 10 will put this out of reach for sure.
Yeah.
And he gets that 10, so 29 out of 30 for Ruman Shana. He has started this very well indeed. Whatever happens to the measure for Nespoli, he is 4 set points down.
Mauro's shooting wonderfully, actually. His groups aren't that bad. They're just a little bit spread left and right. And it's not too far. It's just a little bit too high and about the width of the 10 ring. If he could bring those arrows down, they would all be in the 10.
Both the archers have won Olympic quota spots for their countries. So shooting with a little bit of freedom, you would imagine, having that weight taken off their shoulders. But Shana is the man of the moment, performing so well, so far. Here are all of his arrows.
So Shana's shooting quite well. He does have some 9s here and there. He does have a bigger group than what I see from Nespoli.
Well, bigger group nonetheless. And we did see in the stats earlier on the average arrow much better for the Italian. But Shana's got this funny habit of winning matches when it matters. Mauro Nespoli, trailing by 4 points, will shoot first in the third set. Just outside the 10 ring by the looks of things. It's marked as a 10. That goes down to a 9 now.
It was a nice strong shot, but I'm not really sure why it went too high. It was a 10, but I can see Mauro Nespoli shaking a little bit. He actually has one of the strongest and heaviest draw weights amongst the men.
Smooth and quick action from Ruman Shana of Bangladesh. He is on fire here. Nespoli puts it into the 10 ring. Ruman Shana needs a 10 to level the set points. The points in this set, he gets a 10. It's 29 apiece, and the quality has just gone through the roof, both just dropping 1 point in that set. It means they share the 2 set points in the third set, and it means that Ruman Shana is 5-1 up. He needs just 1 set point against Mauro Nespoli here to take the bronze medal at the Hyundai World Archery Championships.
That puts a lot of pressure on Mauro right now, because he not only needs to shoot just as well as Shana, but he actually needs to shoot even better. If he ties it, then he's not going to take home the bronze here.
Well, the quality has gone up really here in this set. A 9 from both athletes to start with, and then Nespoli gets a 10. Shana matches him with an X. Back to Nespoli, and they both shot another 2 10s to finish 29-29 in the third set. And they've both peaked in their performance as they've come through this. But Ruman Shana just having the better of the first 2 sets. Nespoli trailing, starts the 4th set here, and he needs to outscore Shana to stay in with a chance for bronze.
He was not happy with that. I feel like he just lost a little bit of back tension, or the pressure pulling the arrow back, and it just went low.
Incredible speed though, and a 10 is the reply from Shana. The opportunity has presented itself here, and look at the difference in speed, nearly a full 30 kilometers slower from Shana.
Mezzogiorno.
Well, look how bright it is down the end of the range here.
Yeah, it's okay.
And that looks like it's just outside, but a mini advantage. Nespoli needs to put something big down the 70-meter range here. Let go of that one a little quicker and put it into the 10 ring. Sets a target of 27, and 8 is all that's required from Ruman Shana to be standing on the podium here in Den Bosch.
Yeah.
He puts it in the 10 to finish, and an athlete from Bangladesh is going to be on the podium here in Holland. Bangladesh's first international individual medal goes to Ruman Shana.
What an amazing performance. I don't think anybody expected this from him, but I'm so happy to see him winning a bronze medal at the World Championships. So happy for him.
Well, it's a little sad that the shooting line's in the shade here, because just the other side of us, we get confirmation, just the other side of the shooting line, they're in bright sunlight. Such are the conditions here in this beautiful city today. Light changing all the way, but Shana didn't really look like he believed he'd done that.
like I said, he's just so cool, calm, and collected throughout the whole thing. He's such a very humble guy, and when I was talking to him, he's just very, very lovely. I'm so happy that he shot incredibly in this match.
Well, I think when someone tells him he's taken the first individual medal at a World Championships for Bangladesh, we might see a tiny bit more emotion. You can't be that cool.
I think this is definitely not going to be the last time we're going to see him. There's going to be a lot more to come in the future.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Bangladesh winning their first ever individual World Archery medal. Crowd have just seen a moment in history here. Another moment made here in Den Bosch. Historical building is our backdrop. This championships that just keeps delivering. It's been incredible. Story after story, world record set, and now a new country on the list of individual world championship medalists. And you can see that how when they get the sun reflecting through the trees, just how much conditions change, and actually the wind's just picked up here as well.
It has. So the lighting is a factor because a lot of archers do shoot in the sunlight while the target is in the sunlight. So it might be interesting to see if it affects the archers at all. It might actually even help them focus a little bit more because it's brighter.
Well, you can see the shooting line is completely in the shade, but 5 meters in front, not even 5 meters in front, bright sunlight lights the way down to the target 70 meters away.
But you know what? Both archers are in the same situation. They're both under shade. Both of their targets are quite bright, and I think it's a level playing field.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a really good point. That it shouldn't affect one archer more than the other. The wind has picked up here. That is a beautiful shot. See, the sky's clear right there. So, up now. It's time to settle another world title here in Den Bosch. It's time for the Recurve men's individual gold medal match. Malaysia's Khairul Anwar Muhammad goes up against Brady Ellison of the USA. Muhammad came through the ranking round 16th. Ellison, well, he's the man on fire at the moment. He came through ranking as the number 2 seed. Muhammad beat Williams of the USA in the quarterfinals and then Shana of Bangladesh in the semis. Ellison took out Furukawa of Japan in the quarterfinals before beating Mauro Nespoli comfortably in the semi-finals. So this is it for gold in the Recurve men's individual. Let's go back down to the range.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the Recurve.
Well, here they come. Khairul Anwar Muhammad followed out by Brady Ellison. Muhammad is the world number 22 at 27 years old. Ellison is the world number 3 and 30 years old. The stats only point in one direction. This is Ellison's to lose. But stranger things have happened here as we look at the World Championship podiums. It's all on the USA side.
Brady Ellison.
He's won plenty of international medals, Brady Ellison, but he's never taken the individual world title. Is 2019 his year, or will all the pressure on him mean that Khairul Anwar Muhammad has a chance?
There's Coach Kisik Lee, and who better to be in Brady's box than him? They've been together for over a decade, and he found Brady when he was actually a teenager shooting compound.
Yeah, a Korean coaching abroad on both sides, because this is Lee Ji-hyung, who is coaching in Malaysia. So 2 Korean coaches behind the shooting line, one on the side of Malaysia, one on the side of the USA. This for gold. Brady Ellison will get us underway. Two eights in different spots on the target here.
Eye control.
Yes. Ellison finds the center of the target.
Coach Kisikli said eye control, and you could see that focus in his eyes.
Getting closer to the 10. And a little adjustment from the Malaysian. 27 set as the target. Well, Anwar go even closer. A 10 to level things up. A 10 is what Khairul Anwar Muhammad of Malaysia gets, and he stayed in touch with Brady Ellison. 27 apiece, 1-1 in set points after the first set.
Kind of just setting the tone for what's going to be an amazing match. I am so excited.
You're going to shoot again.
Well, a 10 apiece. Ellison shooting his second arrow into the 10. Anwar Muhammad needed a 10 to share the set points, and that's just what he got. He looks pretty calm and trying to just stay going through his process by the looks of things, and trying not to be overawed by the fact that he's in a shot of becoming a world champion.
I don't know how they're controlling their nerves right now. This is the biggest medal on the line for them in their careers here. So I think it just speaks to their mental toughness and how much preparation they've actually put in before they've come to this day.
Different story though for Ellison. I think he came here knowing he's got a really good chance of taking the world title. Anwar Muhammad perhaps very, very pleased to be here. Ellison will shoot first again with everything level in the gold medal match. Ellison took a bronze at the World Championships back in Turin in 2011, one of the years he dominated the World Cup circuit. Anwar Muhammad, though, has no pressure on him at all. Good shot from Brady Ellison.
He seems like he hesitates just at the end there, and he doesn't really follow through as well as Brady does.
Yep.
Well, it looks like he's dialed into the centre here. A 29 for Brady Ellison. Muhammad needs a 10 again to level the score in the set. And he gets it. This is incredible stuff from the Malaysian athlete, needing 10s to share the set points in the first two sets, and he nails them. It's 2 apiece after 2 sets.
I definitely thought the scores were going to increase after that first end. I think the guys were both just sighting in and getting a little bit comfortable, but I'm not going to be surprised if they continue to shoot 10s at the rate that they're already going.
Ellison has never won an individual world title. Here, he gets his eye in and shoots the X ring, but this next one is right next door, suggesting that he's really dialed in here. So he's never won a world title himself. The last USA champion was Rick McKinney in 1985, the last of his 3 world titles. And he was also the last USA archer to make the final. So that's making history of sorts right now for the USA. But really, he wants that gold medal. And I'm wondering what's going through his head, whether he thought that he would be ahead at this stage after 2 sets.
I spoke with Coach Kisikli before this match, and he said Brady's feeling very confident and very comfortable, and he's excited to have a good match.
Come on, Brady, you got this.
Ellison will shoot first in the 3rd set of the gold medal match here in Den Bosch.
Yep. X.
The suggestion at the end of the previous set was that he dialed in. That 10 confirms it. Anwar Mohammed perhaps opening the door a little bit here.
Strong ball and strong eye focus.
But an 8?
This win. Okay.
Ellison
Okay, Brady. Trust it.
giving Mohammed an opportunity. All square with 1 arrow to go in the 3rd set.
Strong, Brady. Strong ball.
Little wobble of the back elbow there, but that's his closest arrow so far.
He has so much control over his bow, and even though he had a slight wobble there, he was able to pull it back together and shoot a perfect shot.
Oh, again he needed a 10. That's the 3rd time in a row. This is a gold medal match happening right in front of your eyes that is of the greatest order and has the greatest amount of drama.
This is crazy. This is crazy right now. They've tied 3 sets in a row at the gold medal match of the World Championships. Are you watching this with me right now? This is crazy.
It's absolutely incredible, and what's making it more incredible is that Mohammed is shooting second, shot second every time, and he's had to get 10 to level things up, and he's done it. This is the last 10, and there was a bit of a wobble from Mohammed as well, but he puts it into the middle of the target. His confidence must be sky high now. He's staying in touch with the form man of the season. Three sets down, 3 points each. Brady Ellison is in a real battle here. He's trying to keep his focus, and he'll shoot first at the start of the 4th set as these 2 men duel it out for the gold medal.
9. That's good. 9.5. Loading. Good strong ball. Yep.
Awesome shot. He just needs to keep doing that, and Mohammed, he just needs to control his pressure and do the same.
So a 10 to take the set points for Ellison.
Good eye control. Yep.
And finally, there's some space between these 2 athletes. Mohammed can only get a 28, but again, for the 4th set in a row, his 3rd arrow has gone into the 10 ring. He's shot a 28 there, but Ellison went 1 better with a 29 and collects both set points in the 4th set to go 5-3 up in this gold medal match. Ellison checking his arrows as we look back at those 2 10s. He's having to shoot a very high quality match, and if he does take this world title, he'll be making history for himself and the USA, but I think he is going to give his opponent a very warm handshake.
They're both just shooting amazing right now. They're hitting the middle like it's easy, and it's definitely not. Under so much pressure, I don't know how these guys are doing it, but this is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, Mohammed trying to keep his cool, as is Ellison here. The advantage is with the American. For the first time, Mohammed will shoot first as he is trailing, and Ellison has an advantage in points, and he has the advantage that he'll know what he has to shoot to take the world title. He just has to match Mohammed in this set. Can he apply some more pressure with a 10 here?
Solid.
He's matched him. It'll do. 10 puts a little bit of pressure on the American. And that has gone into the 8. A 9 here from Mohammed, and he draws level on set points. Oh, he's got a 9, he's got a 9. Ellison can't get that 28, and we're going to be at 5 set points apiece. And it's a 9 to finish. Ellison shooting 2 9s and an 8 in the 5th set when he had the whole thing in his hands. It's 5 set points each. Ellison has handed back points to Mohammed Anwar there with a 26 out of a possible 30, his lowest score so far in this gold medal match. But things all level, so we're going to go to a shoot-off.
What happens here in a shoot-off is quite simple. Archer closest to the middle wins. If both archers are going to shoot a 10, then they're going to shoot again.
Yep, then we go to score between those arrows, and then the measure. This is an absolutely thrilling finale here in Den Bosch. To add to the tension, as always, the targets are being replaced down at the end of the range, as we can see. World Archery's Oz on the right, replacing the target on target number 2. Local crew doing the job on target number 1. This takes a little bit of time and obviously a bit of patience and some accuracy, and then they've got to calibrate the measurement system so the scores can be calculated properly, especially if we need a measure. And the crowd slow clapping to build the tension even more. What on earth is going through these athletes' minds after that crazy regulation gold medal match?
It was just such a good match. Athletes haven't been really making mistakes. At least I don't think so, but I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. They must be under a lot of pressure, but they need to calm themselves right now. Remember, they know how to make great shots and execute it when the time comes.
The Hyundai Archery World Champion in recurve men's individual is going to be decided in a shoot-off. Potentially just 1 arrow from each archer. Ellison from the USA against Mohammed from Malaysia. Ellison will shoot his arrow first. The pressure is on. Sudden death and the gold medal at stake. Yeah! Oh, in the X-ring, what a shot from Brady Ellison. Oh, and when the pressure was on, Khairul Anwar Mohammed dropped it in the 8, but boy, oh boy, did he give Brady Ellison the battle of his life as Ellison claims his first world title. He is the Hyundai World Archery Champion of 2019.
He wanted it so badly. This is what Brady really, really needed. It's what he wanted. It's what he's worked so hard for, and he's done it today.
Oh, he's got a tear in his eye. So is the coach. The emotion pouring out. He was put through the mill there by Khairul Anwar Mohammed. It was all him to lose it. All the pressure was off Anwar in some respects. And boy, did Anwar perform so well. It wasn't that Ellison shot badly. He shot really well. And Anwar was right up to the mark in that match, right the way through to the shoot-off. Warm applause from the crowd. You can see the tears in the eyes of the new world champion.
Brady's had to deal with injuries. He's had to deal with other issues, and now he's back.
He's back, and he's a world champion. Well, the whole thing started off brilliantly in the first set. A 10 to get things underway. Khairul Anwar Mohammed needed 10s. in the first set to level things up and to share the points. Ellison continued to pile the pressure on with a 29 in the second set, and for a second time Anwar Mohammed needed a 10 and he got it. Sets, points all square. Mohammed again needing a 10 to settle the points in the third set. Ellison then goes 29 in the fourth set, a 9 followed by 2 10s right here. The second one going into the target. That put it out of reach for Anwar. We thought it was all Ellison's, but in the fifth, the door opened for Khairul Anwar Mohammed. 2 9s and a 10 was enough. So it goes to a shoot-off. That's what Ellison put down the range as a target to go for. And Anwar Mohammed could only shoot an 8. And Brady Ellison is the Hyundai World Archery Champion of 2019. And there was a tear in the eye of the coach and of the athlete. Emotional stuff there, thanking somebody up there, but it was down to him in the end, shooting a brilliant arrow in the shoot-off to put all the pressure on Khairul Anwar Mohammed. So how did things finish up in the competition overall? Brady Ellison won, well, a remarkable gold medal match to take the world title here in Den Bosch. Khairul Anwar Mohammed, he'll look back on this and he'll be very happy with that silver medal. And Ruman Shana makes real history here, the first Bangladeshi athlete to get an individual medal. And it's time to welcome them back out onto the range to celebrate those medals.
Gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the recurve men. Dames en heren, jongens en meisjes, hier is de medailleceremonie voor de categorie mannen recurve. Medals will be presented by World Archery First Vice President. De medailles zullen worden overhandigd door de eerste vicepresident van World Archery, Mario Scarzella.
Well, it's been absolutely superb out here. World Archery Vice President will be presenting the medals, and the Mayor of Den Bosch there also in the medal giving party. And Longjing account manager also out there, Rolf van der Leur. He's going to be giving out the watch from the sponsor. It's a nice prize for a world champion, a Longjing watch. But it's been absolutely fantastic here. The local organising committee have done a fabulous job of putting these championships on. Hats off to them. And hats off to this man here, Ruman Shana of Bangladesh, is the bronze medalist here in Den Bosch and makes history for his country as the first individual world medalist. What a performance from this man too. Khairul Anwar Mohammed, 27-year-old Malaysian. went into the gold medal match as the massive underdog, but boy, did he fight hard to stay in touch with Brady Ellison. It required a shoot-off to depose him to the silver medal position. But it's been a cracking tournament for Khairul Anwar Mohammed. But our Hyundai World Archery Champion of 2019 here in Den Bosch in the Netherlands is this man here from the USA, Brady Ellison. Lifting the Longines watch high in the air, Brady Ellison had to dig really deep to take the world title. The first one the USA have had since 1985. And it's going to be a proud moment for him as we hear the USA anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause to our athletes. Nou, Chef Openbos nog één keertje daarin. Een heel groot applaus voor de top 3 van de wereld.
Well, there it is. Our medalists in the recurve men's individual. Ruman Shana of Bangladesh on your right with the bronze. Khairul Anwar Mohammed on the left for Malaysia's silver medal. And Brady Ellison, the Hyundai World Archery Champion of 2019. Well, Vanessa, what can you say about the quality of both the men's matches, but especially that gold?
This is maybe the best match I think I've ever seen, being in archery for over 14 years. They were both amazing, and Brady with that last arrow in the shoot-off, I have no words. It was just incredible.
Absolutely piled on the pressure. As they march off to the last action of the World Championships here. Ellison is our last world champion, and as the action finishes, the sky's clear again. That beautiful Gothic cathedral provides a beautiful backdrop for the archery we've seen here. Fantastic city to host the World Championships of 2019. Malaysian fans, well, they had a chance to celebrate an athlete on the podium. And the crowd Well, it's been pretty packed out here today. I mean, I saw maybe a handful of seats empty right at the back. And boy, worth it for them. They've seen one of the best matches in history for a world title. And the final action on the range saw a thriller. And we're going to go and talk to Brady Ellison, the new world champion.
Brady, you've wanted that medal for a long, long time. How does it feel around your neck?
It feels good. It really does. You know, that match was a lot tougher inside the arena than I thought it was going to be condition-wise. We step up in there, and I didn't think that there would be that much wind on us, the shooters, the first two sets. And then, so that was kind of different. And then, yeah, I mean, luckily it went the way I needed. I got the one good arrow I needed in the shoot-off, and that's what it came down to.
And that shoot-off arrow wasn't just good, it was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I knew, like, the end before I had shot good, and, you know, that whole entire match I was shooting high. And I just was like, okay, like, I shot 9-8, just out. I'm not going to move my sight for the shoot-off, and I'm just going to aim low 9 line and fire it, and it's going to hit. And, you know, it went off right there, and, you know, I made the good call on that.
I asked you earlier in the week, how would world champion Brady Ellison sound? How does it sound?
It sounds pretty good. You know, a little emotional, trying not to think about get through all these interviews and stuff. But yeah, I know it's good. It's been a long time.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well, congratulations indeed. Absolutely cracking stuff there. Brady Ellison, I mean, it means so much to every athlete, but he's been working at this for years and years.
It's not just something that he came out here to do. It's years and years of work that he's put in. And I'm just so happy it came together for him today.
Well, it has been an absolutely wonderful tournament here in Holland. And we have seen the mixed team gold in this session go to Korea. Lee Chin-ying of Chinese Taipei taking the gold medal in the women's individual recurve in a thriller. And then Brady Ellison getting the USA's first World Championship title since 1985 in the recurve men's individual. Vanessa, that was a fantastic tournament. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute honor.
These championships have provided us with some dramatic scenes and some thrilling action. We've crowned 10 new Hyundai World Archery Champions here in Den Bosch at an event that will live long in the memory. Thank you to you for joining us.
Ja, dan moesten we 3 weken later.